Hey everyone, this is alexusadays, and today we start a new course, JavaScript for testers. In this course, we're going to talk about why testers should learn JavaScript, how to install Node and VS Code. We'll understand variables, JavaScript data types, comparison operators, logical operators, conditional statements. We'll talk about JavaScript loops, JavaScript arrays, JavaScript objects, JavaScript and JSON, JavaScript functions, and we'll also try to use one of the test frameworks with JavaScript to prepare ourselves for automation. Why JavaScript? JavaScript is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. It is used in browsers, frameworks like React and Vue, server-side scripting with Node.js, API creation, game dev, database management. According to Statista.com, JavaScript is the most used programming language among developers in the world worldwide as of 2023. And you have the link to the survey right here. Why testers should use JavaScript? So frameworks such as Puppeteer, Cypress, and Playwright are influential JavaScript-based web automation frameworks that support UI testing and API validation. Their ease of use and setup, combined with powerful capabilities such as cross-browser testing and fast execution, make them preferable for modern developers focused on efficiency and comprehensive testing coverage. You can see that just those three frameworks have millions of downloads daily. For example, Cypress is getting about 5 million downloads daily. Playwright is getting 4 million downloads daily. Puppeteer getting 4.5 million downloads daily. So by learning JavaScript, we'll be able to start getting into automation. So in this video, we will do this. We will install Node and verify the versions of the Node install. There's a link for the download. We'll install development environment, Visual Studio Code. Here's the link. We will initialize npm project with npm init-y command. This command will create package.json file that is fundamental for managing project dependencies. And then we will write our first JavaScript program, Hello World. So let's get into it. Let's start with Node.js installation. So grab LTS, recommended for most user, your version of installer for Windows or Mac. Which one do you use? Mine is Windows 64-bit version, so it should auto-recommend based on your system. Okay, here we go. It is downloaded. Now go to the download folder, open it up, and start Node.js installation process. Accept license. Default folder is fine. Next. Add to path. Everything selected. Good. Next. I will also say that automatically install necessary tools. Next. And install. There's some pop-ups asking to approve the installation process, so I hit yes. Okay, Node.js has been successfully installed. Great. And then there is some installation happening, additional tools. So you just press any key to continue and it will install it. Might need to press multiple times for each instance of installation. And again, some permissions were asked. So the installation process is happening right now. Okay. After the Node installation done, we will go and install Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code, go to the download. Again, my system is right here, Windows, so select your system and download it. Okay, download in progress. Open it up and let's install it. Accept license agreement. Sure, default folder looks okay. Create desktop icon. Okay, good, and install. Okay, so after the installation of Visual Studio Code, we want to create a folder where we're going to work. So I'm going to call this Learn.js for testers, something like that. Now let's go ahead and launch Visual Studio Code so you can just search for it. Okay, so it comes up. Let's open the folder that we just created. Learn JS for Testers, selected, and here we are. At the very bottom, you see a triangle with exclamation mark. Press on that, and you'll have a terminal open. Okay. So while it loads for the terminal open, you see it's the path to the actual folder. So we're inside the folder here. So we can check a couple of things. So first, let's check the Node version. See if the node is installed. Great, the node is there. Let's also check npm version that installs with the node. And npm is right there. Okay, perfect. So in JavaScript, a lot of code is already written by other people. You don't have to write everything from scratch, right? A lot of things are being managed as npm packages. So you want to initialize npm in the folder where you're at to have the npm project going, so you can actually download that additional code if you need some other functionality. You don't have to write it from scratch. There will be a node module to handle it. So in order to initiate node, you can do npm package, and you do an npm init-y. So this will just start npm without and create a package.json for you where everything is managed, the config, without the need to do the configuration. So just run it. If you will do it without -y, it will ask you different configuration details like the name of the project, description, and so on and so on. If you do it with -y, it just skips everything and goes directly to package, creating package.json, installing everything. Okay, so this is our package.json. That's where everything is going to be managed. Great. Now let's clear the console, type clear, and let's create our first file. So hit this little new file class. Let's call it hello_world.js. Okay, and let's type our first program. So it's going to be a console output. So we type console.log, and then inside the console, in quotes, we say hello world, exclamation mark. Now, since I'm already in this folder, in this path, I'm inside Learn JS for Testers here in the terminal. I can just do node and then hello. So I start typing hello, H, I put H and then press tab on my keyboard. It's going to autocomplete for me. So hello world.js. And if I run it, now I see this output, the text output that we put in inside console on the screen. Interesting enough, so JavaScript runs in many places. So for example, like your browser, if you right click it, go inspect, you get into the DevTools. Here's console as well. So you go to that console, and here, if you'll type console log, and you type inside the same thing, hello world, for example, we can type any text, but let's type just hello world, and run it. You see console out actually prints it out back for you. So yeah, JavaScript in many places, it's very useful for tester. It's easy to start with, and as we progress through the course, it will get you ready into going into an actual automation with Cypress or Playwright that we will have another course on. One more thing that I wanted to add, even though console log is a very simple command, you will be using it a lot. It's good for debugging. You will be passing along variables, some system logs into it, and you can pass along inside console log, and it will show what's actually happening with the system. So it will be a very good way to find errors, issues when you create automation if something is not showing, not working properly, and so on. So yeah. Let's do this. Go into the file and make sure you have autosave checked mark here, so you don't have to save every time you code something. Just press file and then hit autosave. Make sure there's a check mark there. And now we're gonna do a couple more strings. So even though we kind of get ahead of ourselves here, let's create a variable let and user underscore name. So a variable is essentially like a box, a container where you can store stuff. Within this variable username, I'm going to store my username. So alexusadays. You can type your name in here within the single quotes or double quotes, doesn't matter, as long as you open and close with the same quotes, you should be good. Now we have this value, alexusadays, stored inside this variable, username. Let's type it out now. So console log, and here in quotes we will say hello space, and then we can say here after the quotes are closed plus, and then the variable. Okay, so this is called string concatenation. So concatenation. Okay, now if I run node.helloworld.js, so I'll run the file, I can see hello Alex usadays. So this command, this console log, is actually printing out hello plus our variable, the value stored inside of it, Alex usadays. There is another newer method to do print out like that. It's called interpolation. So interpolation. For that, you can do console log, and now instead of double quotes or single quotes, we want to put in backticks. So backtick is a key before number 1 on your keyboard, right? So right here, backticks like that, and we can say hello. And here, we don't need to do plus, we don't need to close anything, so everything inside the backticks, we put $sign. So shift 4 for a $sign, and then here we put curly braces, just like that. Now within curly braces, we provide the name of the variable. So I double click on it, press Ctrl C to copy, go within the curly braces, and then press Ctrl V to paste. And let's add some exclamation marks so we know it's different. Okay, so this is concatenation, this is the interpolation, and we're printing out hello and our username. Let's run it one more time. So node h to and then node h and then press tab. It will autocomplete the file name here, and then press enter. And here we go. So hello world, this is coming from console output on line 1. Then hello Alex usadays, this is coming from console output on line 6. And then hello Alex usadays with 3 exclamation marks, this is coming from output on the line 9. All right, perfect. So I think we're ready to move along. This was Alex usadays, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.